here. After my and then we go. Okay. First thing you do, release pressure from the neck. Okay. I know so many of the guys very strong, but sometimes you try to use your strength and you get the guy very strong as you, and then use your strength against your strength. They crush head. Technique with the same amount of strength, using the best technique is stronger. Okay? Only technique is not gonna beat the strength. The strength is gonna do it. You're gonna, if you don't have enough power to control, very difficult. Okay? So then, after that, we have to make sure he does not switch the position. Otherwise, you're controlling the shoulder, value nothing. And then you're gonna start working a different pass. Okay? You're gonna go control the shoulder. Then he's not gonna put a pressure with this shoulder anymore. He's gonna switch for this shoulder. And then it's another difficult position to do, and this is a whole different scenario. There's no more what we do. And then, after you control the hand, you have to start create space, because now you're not getting control. You actually is starting to control him. So it's halfway. Half I control, half he control. Then you create space with the hips, then you drag your leg and lock. As you lock, you have to make sure when you lock, he's not capable to get the knee out. That's why you turn your both knees in and sink your knees to the floor to make sure his knee stays on the floor. And that way, you're able to arch. That's what I see many of you guys not doing correct. Because you try to get the hand here, no, you have to arch as much as possible. And your hands do this in front of your face and get under his armpit. Then you start forcing his neck, which one is very difficult for him to keep down. But as soon as you start, at this hand here, you might be able to help, or at least you put pressure in his neck, not very pleasant. He usually give up and give you the space. Okay? Vamos lá, Marshall. Just gonna do everything again. That's just the theory part. He's coming pressure your neck. No matter what you do here, it's not gonna take the pressure, so it's gonna smack you. So you first have to circle. Many of the guys, that's what I say. You try to pull his shoulder, he pulls. It's one muscle against the whole body. You just twist. You turn his shoulder. Okay? I'm not pulling back. I just twist. Now I release that pressure. Now he cannot put pressure. He cannot move the hand. So far now I can talk. Before I cannot talk. Now I have some space. Then I start escaping. Okay? Now my leg here, I drag and I lock. If I stay with the knees up, he's gonna start putting the knee up too, See? So I drag my both knees to the floor. So now he try to put the knee up. He can't. So now I sink his weight all the way back. I need this space. You see? Space is no space. So I create the space. Okay? If I stay like this, doing this, whoever practices with you is being very nice with you. In reality, it's not gonna work. Okay? Whenever, it's not gonna happen. So you're gonna straighten your whole body here and head, and now here, he's gonna start put the head down. You're just gonna show right. Oh yeah, see? Sorry, Michelle. You're gonna give him the space. So now here we fight. I block, I push his neck, and I get out. That's how in reality works. Okay? So it's very important whenever the person practices with you, don't try to change what's going on at first. At first, he has the grab together. If he let it go, the hands, I don't need any of this. I'm free. So we change the concept. So you have to maintain the grip. It's not that mean you have to fight 100%, but at least maintain your grip. Because after I get here and escape, and I get here, he let it go here, the grip, I don't need anything else. Okay?
Sir.
Make sense?
Sir.
So The whole idea is you fight to the end. You don't have to put full pressure to do that, but at least maintain the same grip. So now we're here. I finally escape. If I stay with my legs locked, now I'm losing because he's gonna start putting pressure on my knee here, on my thigh, to start bringing his knee up. You see? And then I'm gonna get a different problem. So I have to switch everything. And then I'm gonna start for the type of grip you use. If you put thumb out, you automatically have to use the knee shield. Okay? Automatic. If you decide to put the thumb in, you're gonna put your knee on his pelvis, right in the pelvis. For one basic principle, the only way he can free his knee, it is if he move his head forward. Okay? If the head stay there, he cannot free the knee. See, try more. Okay? See, he has to move the head forward, so I don't let him. See? And I grab like this, he try to move the head forward, I don't let him. But if I do this here, then he move his head up. He's gonna be able to free the knee. Why? Because his head in the top of the hip and in the top of his knee, his whole weight in one position, in one place. Every time you try to move your knee, I'm like this. I try to move my knee, I have to move my head forward. And my main objective is don't let you do this. And then I have to work that first. Stop you to put pressure forward to stop free your leg. Regardless if you use this, if you use this, you have to move the head forward. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Sir.
So it's very important you learn how to control in both situations. I don't know which one you're gonna choose for yourself. I cannot choose for you. I just can only advise you as your body type. Okay? For me, it's not a good idea, thumb out and knee shield. My legs is too small. He easily can weave his legs and come out. For me, it's more interest to become a small ball, okay, than be like this, all open. I'm an easy way for he get out. See? You just move the leg and start come out with the leg. Here is much harder for him. Okay? But you know, maybe you just like it the other way, so I cannot choose for you, you know? It's up to you, whatever you prefer. Okay? So at this point now, I think it's the best way you identify what's working better for you and see which one position you adapt better, because I know what is better for me. It's not that I should not learn both ways, because you know, first of all, because maybe in the future you want to become a teacher, so you have to teach both. So it's good to learn both, you know? Mm-hmm. So, but you always have to be the one you prefer. Not everything I teach I use, but I know exists. It is my obligation to learn and pass to the others. So here now, the bottom leg, see, always maintain the pressure on the bottom leg, on his bottom leg. And how you do that, it's not pulling in. It is get your small finger pressing to the floor. Okay, here, so he try to move his knee up. See? If I start pulling back, he's moving the knee up. See? I press. This is the pink finger, right? How you say the pinky toe?
Pinky toe, sir.
Pinky toe to the floor. So now he try to move his knee up. Try to move, push. Cannot. Knee shield is not crossing. It's in the shoulder. Here, he push and collapse. Okay? So here, on the shoulder, you're always gonna be looking for this gap to go to the underhook and start creating problem for him. Maybe good for you, maybe not. Okay? Depends what kind of technique you use. This hand here is control distance. If you try move back, you pull. If you try get close, you push. This hand here, not letting him control you. If you try control your collar here, you come in the middle, start breaking. The main idea is get this grip here and put the palm facing down, because if you try evolve my hand, he can't. So if you start grabbing like this, he easy evolve your hand and take control. So you control and push away. Don't let it come close. The other way is completely different. You put your both feet together, bring your knee right in the pelvis, not inside, because one more time you're gonna collapse. You just put the point of the iceberg right there, see? And this hand here, deep, and this hand, you just hold. Anywhere he try control, you block. You don't need to. Just stay here, like a little ball. Any moment push, any moment pull, and hold. Okay, guys?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's work. 1, 2, 3.
To go nowhere.
And then put pressure in. Stretch the whole body. Tie your hands in the middle. Shove in the middle. Now start skipping the head.
So I don't go under because under it's my knee.
Yes.
Yes. This is the hardest part. I think it's getting your knee, because from here, you know, once you got this off your head, you got me shrimp out in a triangle. Right here is where I'm gonna try. If it hurts here, that's what's gonna create space. Put your elbows in my throat. Yeah. Push it here, and then you gotta breathe hard. Exactly. That's gonna throw me off. That's where
Kiss of the drag.
from my, here.
So you use the belt with that? Or with
And make sure too, it's almost like a simultaneous as you're grabbing this grip, sitting down, it's a big counter. Kick your elbow, maybe you're bringing that knee up to kick the air. So you're
Now, just kick your leg and sit up to you on the hook. Good. Nice. Keep control this. Okay? Until you move what you're gonna do. Back 5. Nice. Now, right here you can squeeze your knees, but if Peralta step the leg out. No, not the hand, but if you step the hand, you're gonna take it back anyways. Because you never freeze. Okay, good. Now get the belt and sit the neck out. This hand, get the belt already. Now start to roll. Then inside your leg. Go. Yeah.
Now we actually coming out for a bad situation, and we start setting up something. You know, you got number 1, number 2. Okay? Few choices you have. You can choose recompose the guard. You can choose push him away, standing up, or you can engage on a half guard game. I cannot choose for you, you know? I cannot. I don't like you to stay in the bottom. So I cannot obligate you to play half guard. You can push him away, get your leg out, standing up, technical stand up, and reset everything. You can try, pretend you're gonna do a technical stand up, drag his head, run to his back. Awesome. You can just push him away, get your leg out, close the guard. Or you know what? I like half a guard. I like to play the game You know? So when you start playing the game, you can go deep half guard, which one is pretty much after you get there, you have to do something. Because if nothing happen, there's no way back. So you bring your hand like the deep half guard, you put his pretty much sit in your face. And if you lose the position, next thing you know, he's already past your guard. But when you play a safe half guard with the underhook, then it's much more options. Okay? So we're gonna work simple sweep from a basic half guard. Okay? Which one everybody can use. Very easy to do and happen all the time. Okay? We always have to work in techniques by average efficiency, then special skill. I'm not here to evaluate nobody special skill. I'm here to teach the level where everybody can do. Okay, so if I'm gonna teach a special game for this guy, special game for this guy, so you have to pay me private class, and then we have to do another day. Okay, today we work in something very simple and easy to do. Okay, and we prove not only in spar but in tournaments we work. Okay, because one more time, in average times happen, that's what people do. When I escaped for the pressure, which one I didn't like, já passou. You try to get 3 points.
All 3 seconds.
So I get out, I block him, I create the space. People, not only one person asked me, but a few people ask you, oh, after I get here, should I get the hand of the collar? No, don't do that. You put the hand on the collar, he brings the hand to the other side and he wrist lock you. See? Okay. Okay? Don't do that. You trap your hand right under his chin. First thing, you lift his head, escape your hip, then you grab the collar. Not before. So as you get here, so you start pulling his leg to you, and the same time you push. Now, you get the underhook. Okay? As I get the underhook, you see, he's already doing. Majority of the people do this. Okay? When you do the wizard, just for you guys to know, this hand here, you have to make sure you put the pressure down. Okay? A lot of people try to control the kimono here and hold this. No good for you. You make too much commitment. Okay? But that's what mostly people do. Right? They come, grab your collar, put the pressure. Okay? So let's talk about yourself, not here. A lot of people, when they get the underhook, the first thing they do is try grab the belt. Big mistake. Okay? Whenever you grab the belt, you make a stable base for his submission. Why? Number one, in control. Number two, what is in the middle? Your joint. So you try and make a commitment to pull him. He's just gonna move his left knee a little bit back, and then he's gonna put a pressure with the elbow down here. Okay? So save your time to get the underhook and have to lose. What you do is, you get the underhook, not go to the belt, go high with the palm of the hand open. And then when you do that, he's gonna put the wizard and maybe try hold your kimono or whatever. The whole leverage in this position comes from your elbow. Okay? See, my elbow up, then I pull him. See? Throw in the collar, you start opening your elbow, and then you start going under him, and you tuck your elbow so his hand doesn't come out. See? Try to get the hand out. And this hand here is gonna be going right between his leg. You not try just to go as deep as possible, because in the middle of the way, you want to reach the belt. Okay? So I get down the hook, my hand is right in the middle of the back, and I open it to create the leverage, and my hand go right deep, you see? Now I pendulum. Now my hand here, control the belt. When I finish the sweep, I'm gonna finish right here. But then he's gonna try to close the guard. He cannot close the guard. I don't know how many of you guys here like to go for any tournament. But in tournament, you think about points. Then you look for the submission. Because if you're already winning, he get desperate and he needs to run behind to get the point. So when you get here, what's happening is, I got 2 points. I wait 1, I wait 2, and I wait 3. 2 points, I switch my base, I get my leg out, and now I get 1, 2, 3 points. So I get 5 points, okay? But I'm a higher rank. I'm a black belt, okay? When I'm a black belt, and I'm allowed to do more things. And then he put the hand to defend. I bring the elbow up, I go underneath, I grab the belt, make the whole thing, my knee was here, I lower, and right there, I do a knee lock. Sorry, the lower belt, cannot use. Okay, should train more, few years more. Then you'll be able to do it, okay? So after you hear, look, push off the key. My hand never grab, open in the middle of the back. He put the underhook, control, I just lift my elbow and I go under. See, Head deep. Don't try to grab his leg. The leg is strong down. He's gonna bring the leg back and lock my hand in the middle. When my hand's way high, and I'm making the sweep, I grab the belt. Now, I'm making the whole sweep. And I'm staying here because I want extra points. So I get to 1, 2, pass. 1, 2, 3. I'm a higher rank. My right leg lower, my other meat, and press. Have fun. 1, 2, 3.
I have 2 questions. The first one, I guess, is like a tactical question. You like going to the knee bar, and so when they defend it, you get an easier guard pass out of it?
If I go to the knee bar, I'm literally going to tackle them.
And then you finish it.
I believe a lot of times when you try I mean, you mean for the sweep or you just try? So when I get there and you put the whizzer and I start going underneath, my hand has to really come out and grab the belt. See? If I try here, try right away, set up to go the knee bar, it's difficult. So when you set up the knee bar, you just control the belt here. So then you're gonna try to lock the legs. You can't, right?
Yes, sir.
So now just lower my leg. First, I get the other together, and bye-bye.
So really keep that tension on the other hip as well.
Because if you are capable to control really, really good the other leg, that leaves this leg by himself without opportunity to block. The way you could block, it could be hip escape or shift, which one is becoming very difficult because you pair. Okay, and the second one
And the
is?
second question is, you went over like the cross face underhook as a way to relieve pressure. Do you have any good suggestions when they go double underhooks, how to escape from that position?
Oh, yeah, I have it. You go down, bro. Okay, see here? Put pressure.
Yes, sir. What about a nogi? Same thing on the chin. Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's illegal. Finger is illegal. Here's no problem.
What are your thoughts on the from the half guard with doing the foot switch?
No, you can. That will be the next step. We try to do something for everybody. I don't want to confuse, no? So, I mean,
Duck 5, next step.
it's very good. It's very, very, very good. Very good. But,
Follow step.
you know, like, the way I learned Jiu-Jitsu when I was young is the way where, like this. You learn this move, so you know this move? Yeah. Can you use? Yeah. So now I go for the next step, and then the next step, then the next step. Nowadays, things going faster. Okay, faster. Importance is the teacher know the importance of timing, of you absorb the technique, and then you'll be able to understand and learn the next move. What I say is, back in the days, we didn't have this amount of people for training. Right now it's very popular, you know? Nobody was crazy enough to go to Jiu-Jitsu Academy. Jiu-Jitsu Academy was in different kind of direction. It's for the people who has problems on the street, they come, please can you teach me how to protect myself? These people don't show up for fun. People usually show up to learn how to fight for real, to be able to press the elevator of his house, open his door and say, I'm able to walk in the street. But anywhere we walk, people, what are you doing here, right? What are you doing here, So it's different kind of mentality. I don't know how it's in America. Probably some of you guys, I'm not old enough for that. In my neighborhood, if you try walking the street, you have to hold yourself. Because somebody, you're gonna look at you, what are you doing here? So, if he's right or wrong, I'm not sure, it's just the way it was. So many of the kids, I don't know, Paulo probably is for the same reason. I started learning Jiu-Jitsu because I didn't have an option. Because my daddy doing that, so he just said you have to go and go. So when I started understanding what Jiu-Jitsu was, I was mentally, physically, and technically prepared. When I actually got to the first situation in my life, and then that's what my father told me, that's not for use in the street, only for self-defense. If you feel threatened, you use. And be sure you not really hurt anybody. Control him and tell him to stop and go. But never go that way, But that's the idea. But the majority of the people, they show up at my father's school, they grab and say, look, your father or friend, take him to the academy. Oh, I want to learn how to fight. I want to learn how to protect myself. Was a sport too, but it was not developed as it is right now. That's why we have a very structured program, which one I believe is very good. But the sport grow everywhere, competitions everywhere. People have different objectives. And one thing it is Jiu-Jitsu for competition, others Jiu-Jitsu for self-defense, others Jiu-Jitsu for fun, and all good. It's just the way you learn, change the pace of the classes. It's a different way. Sometimes the champion is not the most technical, it's the most knowledgeable, but it's the champion, right? So that's the way it goes. But basically, that's the way it goes, So, change. Things change. I don't know why Musho went Jiu-Jitsu for self-defense too, right?
No, just beach. And my friends just beat me all the time there. They all doing jiu-jitsu. Say, I gotta try this.
You know, so, and I mean, I like what the sports change, you know, the martial arts change. Very interest. The program, you know, is slowly developing everywhere. People learn, get interest to learn. New techniques is developing through time, and meantime we talk, maybe somebody study new moves. So it was very different than what it is now, you know. So now it's much more techniques, but one thing I was always encouraged people is to make sure you practice to be perfectionist on your basics. If you're gonna learn the mostly crazy move, good, I agree you should, but it's very important to learn how to get out for the mount position, get out the side control, protect your back, how play a good close guard, how open the guard, all these basic things. People sometimes just focus on the things working good for them. Oh, I can beat everybody with this move, but the day you cannot do this move, you're gonna have to use something else. So you have to get all the basic strong basic. That's the one. When you get older, you're gonna use it. So if you wanna live your whole life doing jiu-jitsu, you should do that, okay? So listen to that, okay? It's a lot for tournament. But as older you get, your jaw is not as flexible as used to, and the joints start hurt, and then you can not use anymore. And
No bolos.
no bolos, no lasso. It's very hard on your knees. So, okay? So guys, thank you very much. Let's take a photo. Yeah. Let's go here. I'm gonna take my camera. Selfie.
How do you guys feel about the seminar so far?
Gracie, pretty cool, man.
Pretty cool.
I love it.
One word to describe today.
Go Gracie, man.
No, it was really good. I thought it's funny that we've been working half guard and then we get some more half guard today. I think it's like what people call coyote guard. It's really, man, it's awesome. Carlson's awesome. He has a cool style of jiu-jitsu. Like, he has real MMA fighters coming from Carlson Gracie, so his stuff works for fighting. That's pretty cool, right?
So Avery, what'd you think of tonight's seminar?
Man, it was amazing, man. It was awesome. It was simple. That's what I like. It was it's something that you could use from white belt all the way up to like black belt. That's what I like. I like simple seminars, and when you get into like the crazy moves, it gets wild. But this was perfect. We did a simple your smash and half guard, recompose the half guard, and then a sweep from half. So it was amazing, man.
Great seminar. You know, it was really focused on fundamental half guard sweeps, which works great at all levels. So we really got to build a good base off of that.
It's seminar.
Great seminar just on basic jiu-jitsu, which is, in my opinion, the best jiu-jitsu. You always got to have a base. So we had fun, great time with friends and Checkmat as well.
I thought it was really good. It was really helpful for me because I feel like half guard is something that I didn't really enjoy before this because I didn't really have a good set of moves that I like to use. But I really liked what he taught us, and I'm definitely going to use it more.
Basically just some positions from half guard, especially controlling that wizard once you get wizard and diving through. So the deeper you dive through on the wizard, the better you're going to come out on the sweep.
What was the one key element or takeaway from this seminar that you're gonna continuously use from here on out?
I always joke around with students and everybody's like, when you do a seminar, you take one thing, you keep it in your game forever. What that was today was when you're getting flattened out and you're getting cross-face, he showed us an amazing detail on how to neutralize it and get your half guard back. And that's gonna be, it's gonna be amazing.
When dealing with that cross-face underhook position, it's really important to pull their shoulder away from your face. And one thing I didn't know that really helped me tonight was shrimping out to trap that leg. And that puts them in a real bad spot where they have to basically back out.